Hello student, this is arithmetic progression. So what is the arithmetic progression? Any sequence, right? So it's written here, any sequence of numbers where the difference between two consecutive terms or successive term is constant, then this constant is called as common difference, and the numbers that sequence is called arithmetic progression. So I said common difference. Remember, successive terms means you are going to always take it here common difference as D, right? We denote it as D, and that is going to be here the next term. So here its common difference will be 43 minus 45, which is going to be minus 2. Now if I take 37, now what is 37 before term here? This is 39. So if I take here 37 minus 39, that's a minus 2. You can see that the common difference is minus 2. It is fixed. Then this is known as arithmetic progression. Now look at the second example here. It says Rekha applied for a job, got selected. She has been offered a job with a starting salary, monthly salary of 8,000 rupees with the annual increment of 500. So she is starting with 8,000. Then there is an increment of 500. So 8,000, so 8,500. Then again next year there is increment of 500, which is 9,000, and so on. So what is the common difference here? The common difference has to be same among the two successive terms. Then it's called an AP. So you can see that here 8,500 minus 8,000 is equals to 500, and that is equals to 9,500. 9,000 minus 8,500, right? So that is also, if you'll see, that is also 500. That means these terms are in AP. So 9,000 minus 8,500. So whenever, remember here, we don't take 8,000 minus 8. So this 8,500. We have to take second term minus first term, third term minus previous term. Any two successive, next term minus previous term. Now, if the values are increasing 8,008, then that's a call here. Your common difference is always going to be positive. If your value, like the first example, if you see the values among the, when you're going to the next term, it's decreasing. So you're here in this kind of this is decreasing sequence, so your common difference is going to be negative. Now sometime this is the fixed value D, but sometime what will happen if my all the terms are minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. So here if I take here common difference, which is D, what can we take common difference as? Minus half minus of minus half, which is going to be minus half plus half, which is 0, right? So whenever the common difference is 0, from here to here also it's a 0 because the terms are same. So your common difference can be 0. It's still, it is an AP, right? Whether the common difference is fixed other than 0 or common difference is 0, it is called an arithmetic progression. Now what happened, there can be root value. Now initially if you see, you can say that it's not it is not an AP, but what you have to do it here, you need to simplify root 2. Now root 8 can be written as 2 root 2. Root 18, if you don't know, you can do the prime factorization and you can do it, right? So it is 3 square into 2, so that can be written as 3 root 2, and then here 3 will be outside, and 32 is 2 to the power 5, right? So 2 to the power 4 into 2, 2 square is common, so 4 root 2. Now you look at here common difference, 2 root 2 minus root 2 is root 2. Now the next common difference, if I take it 4 root 2 minus any two consecutive term difference, you can take it here, which is root 2. So what is your common difference here? D is root 2. So this sequence is an AP. So this is the way to check. Sometime in objective type of question you get this. Now what? Now each term in AP, if there is an AP, we call it as A1, A2. These are called first term. A1 is called first term. Sometimes we write down as A also. A2 second term, A3 third term, A4 fourth term, and so on, right? That means if I start with A and if I take common difference as D, I'll get the next term as A plus D, right? Here also you can see that. Why is it written here A plus D? Now similarly, if common difference is D from the second term, so this is your A1, this is your A2. Then if I'm adding another D, it becomes A plus 2D, right? Another D, if you add it, it will become A plus 3D and so on. So these are the general form a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d. If it is the general form of any arithmetic progression. It as if there are finite numbers in the sequence, then we call it as finite arithmetic progression. If it is infinite, like here dash dash dash, it can go endlessly, then we call it as infinite arithmetic progression. Now, what is the meaning of this? How do we get if there are three terms which is an AP? Look at here, what is written here? A, B, C are in AP, right? So we say that B is equals to A plus C by 2, where B is called arithmetic mean. How do we get it here? We know that if these three of them are in AP, right? What does that mean? The common difference, which is going to be B minus A, will be equals to C minus B. Now, if I get here B plus B equals to C plus A, I get 2B will be equals to A plus C. So B is going to be A plus C by 2. So you can find out if your first and third term, any sequence, if your first and third term are known, the middle term you can find out by doing the sum of those two first and third term by 2, right? Now, how to find out nth term of any AP? You have learned the rule here. An is equals to A plus n minus 1 d. One of the question which is given, third and ninth term of an AP are 4 and minus 8. So if I would like, if I solve this, first you take A3 is equals to 4 and here A9 is equals to minus 8. Now A3 means, what is the formula here? A plus n minus 1d. So your n is 3. So this one will become, third term is A plus 2d. How are we getting it here? Because n minus 1 will become 3 minus 1, which is 2. So A plus 2d is 4. Here A plus 8d is going to be minus 8. Now this becomes your linear equation in two variable. You will always see A is same. So this is your first equation. Second equation, if I subtract these two equations, A plus 8d, if I write down here minus 8. Now you need to subtract. So sign will change here. This is plus. And you can see that if you are simplifying this, you will see this gets cancelled. This is minus 60 equals to here 12. So D is going to be 12 by minus 6, which is minus 2, right? So if D is minus 2, you can calculate A using the first equation. So A will be to be 8, right? We need to find out AP here, which term of this is 0. Now let nth term be 0, because without A and D you can't calculate which term is 0. Now if nth term is 0, what is the formula? A plus n minus 1d, and if we simplify here, A is 8 plus, because which term means we need to find out nth term. Which term? N value equals to 0. Now if you do the simplification here, minus 2 times n minus 1 equals to 1, n will be minus 10 by minus 2, which is going to be your fifth term. After that you are finding how to find out the sum of all those values, right? So if I'm taking Sn, means it's nothing but a1 plus a2 plus a3. That means you are adding all the terms till nth term. So this is the formula. First formula, what is the first formula? Sn equals to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d, or because extension of this can be a plus an, because here n by 2, if you'll see, it can be written as a plus n minus 1d, and this is nothing but an, right? So we can write down here another way, n by 2 a plus an also. If last term is known, this an will become L, so your formula will be n by 2 a plus L. So this formula we use to find out the sum. Now what is the sum of, sometimes this question they ask in the multiple choice question, what is the sum of first n positive integer? Now you know that positive integers are 1 to n, and if you put it in Sn formula, it's n by 2. Now your a is 1 and your d is also 2 minus 1, it is 1. So it will become 2 plus 1, 2 into 1 plus n minus 1, and d is also 1. So what is your formula? N by 2 times, substitute here d as 1, then you can get it here, n by 2 times 2 plus n minus 1, which is nothing but n plus 1. That's the integer is n by 2 which is n plus 1, because these two you can add, right? Now, where else do you use to find out the sum of any number of terms? You use this formula. Now, AP is given, so first you will always mention what is A, which is 8, D is 3 minus 8, which is minus 5, or you can do minus 2 minus 3, that is also minus 5. What is your n value? 22. Now, S22 will be 22 by, because what is my formula here? N by 2 times 2a plus n minus 1d, right? Now here it is 22 by 2. If I take it here, 2a will become 16 plus 22 minus 1 times minus 5, right? If you do further simplification, you will get it here 16 plus 21 times minus 5, and answer is going to be here, is going to be 97. So this is going to be your S20. Just hope you got this.
Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe. Also, keep practicing.